back to another episode of Think Positive. So last time we actually spoke. Okay, no, let's recap on the entire series. It's just been 2 episodes, really, to be quite honest with you. So the first one, we spoke about ways to stay positive by looking at our daily regime, waking up in the morning, praying, meditating, whichever one that you do, and sort of just being cautious of your thoughts and just identifying where we have negative thoughts, right? That was the first thing. Then the second thing was to stay aware. Awareness. That was the second episode. The second episode was all about staying aware and just being conscious of our thoughts and where they come from, because some of us have had trauma, some of us have been bullied at school. That's still a big trauma, and therefore we need to be aware of our thoughts and where they come from. Now that you're aware of your thoughts and where they come from, it's time for you to cautiously and consciously change them. I say cautious, I mean like carefully change them. So what do I mean? Caution, take caution when changing your thoughts. You don't want to go from thinking negative to, Seraph, you are such a bad person. How dare you think negatively? Here's a positive thought. You want to go in and speak to yourself, whatever your name is. I'll keep saying Seraph, and say, I understand that you've been called this and that this has been said about you. Here's a different thought that's kinder, nicer, and more beautiful, And this comes to us third topic, really. And the third topic about Think Positive is about self-love. Loving yourself enough to know when you're being hurt by someone, when you're being hurt by yourself. Remember, continuing the abuse of the abuser. And just showing yourself love. Like, I feel like half the things we say to ourselves would never really say to someone else. And if you ask us, why wouldn't you say this to someone else? Like, oh, that would hurt their feelings. That hurts your feelings too. That hurt your feelings 2 years ago. Why do you continue to say it to yourself on a daily basis? So we need to love ourselves, because if we claim to love others, do we treat ourselves the same way we treat others? In some cases, it's a no. And how do we love ourselves? How do we get to a point of having such a beautiful relationship with ourselves that we're able to say, this hurts me, therefore I'm not keeping it in my life. I am not keeping this horrible thought in my life. I had to go through that journey of discovering what it means to love myself. Do I love myself entirely and fully? I don't think I'm there yet. However, there are a lot of things that I've just changed in realizing that, Seraph, you are so special, you're so beautiful. You need to treat yourself the same way that you would treat a loved one. You're not any different to someone else. You are just as important, you're just as beautiful, you're just as deserving. And I think that's the word that we struggle with the most, deserve. Half of us don't feel like we deserve to be loved, even though we walk around and act like we are. But the reality is that in ourselves, in our personal spaces, we actually don't really believe that we're worth loving or deserve to be loved, which is why we treat ourselves so poorly, when we could actually treat ourselves like kings and queens. We are real kings and queens, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, self-love starts from you just saying nice things to yourself, waking up in the morning and say something beautiful about yourself. And there's this practice that they have where you take Post-its and you write notes to yourself and you stick them on your mirror, right? So you stick them over your mirror, and every time when you wake up in the morning, you see all these beautiful things and you say them to yourself. And after some time, those things that you wrote on your Post-its actually start to replace the negative thoughts that you're usually thinking. So you've got yourself these positive thoughts coming in the morning from yourself, and you start being open to compliments. So there are a lot of people who, when someone compliments you, because I was one of them, when you compliment me, I'm just like, oh, I cringe. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why are you complimenting me? This is not okay. But then I also want to hear the compliments. So it was quite confusing. In instances, I want to hear the compliments, then I get the compliment, then I kind of reject it. But that was a whole thing of deservability. Do I deserve to be given this compliment, even though I was fishing or looking for it, right? So give yourself compliments, man. Be kind to yourself. And every time someone gives you a compliment, if you want to write it down, because we tend to remember English. We tend to remember more negative things than positive things. So you wake up in the morning and someone says, oh my gosh, you look so beautiful today. And you're kind of like, thanks. you know? And then someone says, oh, I don't like those shoes. You're going to remember that I don't like your shoes more than you're going to remember that you look beautiful. So it's great for us to remember the good things, man. Take the negative things, look at it. Is it true? Is it false? If it's true, what can I change? Okay, cool. This is a lesson learned. If it's not true, flippin' hell, it's like water over a duck's back. You know what I'm saying? Or down duck's back. I don't know what to say. But that's saying, okay? And just let it go. Let it go. Take the beautiful things that you want to hear and harness that. Attract that. Focus on the beautiful, on the gorgeous, on the amazing, 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 amazing things. Okay? And what else? So that's part of self-love. Just saying positive things to yourself, saying beautiful things about yourself. I want to hear beautiful things about me, so I'll say them to myself. And anyone who says it to me, I'll take it, say thank you with a smile, and then write it down, put it on my mirror so I can see it again, just that I can build that positive feeling, guys, so we can stay positive. So okay, this is the first part. Well, not really a first part really, but this is the first part of the self-love within Think Positive. I don't know if that makes sense. Yes. So first one, post-its, write it down, put it on your mirror, put it on your mirror, see it every day. I see it every day. Accept compliments, take them in, soak them in. Any negative things that I said to you, it's okay. Take it, look at it. Do I want to hear this? I might not. Is it true? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, then what can I change? What lesson can I learn from this criticism? Is it not true? Okay, water, duck, back, gone. Bye. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for pressing play. See you on the next one. Bye.